walking in to do a bit of an update. It is 6:16 on Tuesday the 4th of February 2025. We've had 111 mil since 9 AM yesterday of rain. Current temperature is 25.0 degrees Celsius, feels like 30.3, the 100% humidity, 6 kilometre wind gusts, so bear with me. If you see the umbrella in the video, well, there's nothing much I can do about it. So we're walking down near Kirby's Corner at the moment. There's the Barber and Jasmine Thai massage in the Goody Hill Hotel. This is where I showed the other day where it all just flows down here. Hopefully everyone's safe. There's supposed to be a flood peak at around 7 AM. Going by what they're saying, like river heights and all that will be at the highest. And so I thought I'd go in and have a look and see the Johnston River down the Esplanade and check the few little spots along the way that often flood. Oh, there's someone sitting there. Sometimes there's people sitting there waiting to get picked up for bananas with this guy in front of the workers for rest. So, see what happens. Got the trusty Bunnings umbrella again, like usual. Best way to keep dry when it's not windy, apart from being in a car, of course, or staying home. Some of the spots along the way, walking along, you usually end up having to walk all the way down like certain spots to be able to get anywhere, to get across. Just where the guttering is just terrible. I think I'll have to do that here. So I don't have to step over really big lots of water. But it doesn't look like there's any flooding down Cassowary Street where there usually is. In Short Street. So we didn't have a huge amount of rain overnight, because that, what I was saying before, was from 9 AM yesterday. And I don't understand why they don't do it from midnight to midnight. Why it's the 24-hour period from 9 AM to 9 AM. I mean, to me it makes more sense doing midnight. So if you look on Weather Underground, where they have a lot of independent weather stations at people's houses and farms and all that sort of stuff, they do midnight to midnight. So no flooding through here. There's not really a big flooding event for Innisfail. It's more south, like Cardwell south. But the Bruce Highway's been cut in a fair few places. So that's the thing. In a fair few places. So after a while, not going to be much food, probably already. A lot of the wealthy people just go in and buy it all to crap with anyone else. Yeah, not everyone has the money to go in straight away and buy the food. They might get paid a week later or whatever. Sometimes there's no warning. You can't keep money to go and do it. There's a mobile. I say there's some money. biking along. That was Barbuda Street just now, and just crossed over 180 Edith Street. Rain's died down a bit. Like I say in all these sort of videos, I walk to the conditions and all that stuff, and I don't walk through floodwaters. Always got to be careful and cautious. See, it looks like it's trying to clear up. See this? I don't know how well the sky shows through this. But you look at these sort of parts like this, where I end up having to walk all the way down there, or cross over just here is not too bad. Sometimes it's right out near the white line in these sort of situations. So this is Pelican Street. But yeah, you'll find that a lot of these orangey lights, street lights, show up flickery, but they're not like that in person. It's just the way the camera handles it. Coastal Marine and Outdoors across from here, just here. So we'll try and get into town, right into town, before the so-called peak. There was high tide during the night, apparently. Would have been interesting to be there in high tide in town, but I can only do what I can do. People say, oh, how come you don't go to this place and that place? When you're walking, it's not as simple as that. You gotta go to where you can get to. I know other people, a lot of other people don't do these sort of videos, so you don't get to see a lot of where there's flooding, like in South Johnson, places like that. I mean, I'd love to go on the old North Johnson Bridge and have a look all around that area. But, you know, I need to get to what I can get to with the walking. It's not like I have people who say, oh, I'll come pick you up. Yeah, let's go. We'll go. People are busy, people have their lives, people have kids and all that, so it's all good. It would be nice, but it's the way it is. But anyway, we'll continue along. We're coming up on Ibis Street. This is where the one of the traffic cameras sees along here. Yeah, it just takes still shots. Cameras up there above that above the van, I mean. Further up, like up higher than that. You got the blue ute and it's right near there and up. Saw that one at Gundy Bend that's in Ash Street. Basically in Ash Street that faces the actual bend and the crossing and all that. Traffic lights and that, I bet you that. Well, that would be cool if that was part of the things where you could see it online, but it's not. I think it would be just a government only thing, so they can check it. Well, this drainage is doing alright. It's not really coming around into Ibis. It's got rubbish in it, of course. People just take it upon themselves, but if you've got any flood photos from this time or any other time, feel free to put them on old and new Innisfail photos on Facebook. Yeah, old and new Innisfail photos on Facebook. Feel free to put them on there. Put the names, the dates, and like the date and location are the main thing. Like 3rd of February 2025, South Johnston River, South Johnston. If you're showing that bridge and you know the name of it, well, even better. Not really raining much, but if I wasn't using the wireless microphone, I'd have the umbrella down. Since the wireless microphone's not water resistant, wish it was. Wish they'd make a version that was. Coming up on Charles Street. Yeah, it looks like a lot of the rain's lifting. So there may not be much to show down the Esplanade, but we'll have a look anyway, so you can see an update of what the conditions are like down here. Charles Street. You can see a lot of the clouds are lifting over there. I don't know how well it shows up on camera. Well, what I'm seeing it's lifting. Back where we just came from. Still a lot of rain coming by the rain radar, but I'll have to wait and see. Yeah, this year I wish they'd have one of those bridges on it. It's really annoying that they don't. Like Kirby's Corner's got one. Ugh. KFC. So the interesting thing is too, I mean, Cairns to Innisfail is supposed to be open. Cairns to Tully, basically, what they were saying last night. Surprising how many trucks are going around and all that. Like you see, council trucks like this one. You expect that. Well, I expect that. There's a lot of black cockatoos on the light posts and that. I don't know if they're able to be seen on here, but see, a lot of the time, like I said, I need to go all the way down there to be able to get across. I should. Stepping across like that can be quite slippery, so I'll just go down to where this little bridge thing is. Oh, pardon me. A lot of council vehicles going out this hour because I think they start at 6:30. You're not going to see too many of your bigger trucks. They're the ones that go up and down the coast all the time due to the weather. Ibis flying over. Alright, we'll have a look at Anzac Memorial Park. No, the birds are loving it. You can see there's a lot of, well, I can see there's a lot of ibises. See some trucks going through. Pardon me. Getting a bit windy as I cross. You can see where the clouds are trying to lift down there towards Gundy Hill direction. If I can see it. Where it's a lot lighter. So I'll just do the same sort of video like we did the other day, walking through here. So see what we can see along here. Anzac Memorial Park. Ibises galore. I must love the weather. The rain and all that. That's how it was basically the last time I come through here. Towards Grace Street and all that down that way. BCF, EV chargers. Let's have a look at the time. It is 6:33 AM. Keep you updated on the time when I can. Sorry about the umbrella hitting the camera just then. There's not much I can do. One-handed. Playground at King George Park or Anzac Memorial Park. Yeah, lots of black cockatoos on the lamp posts, whatever you want to call them. Light posts, lamp posts. The woolly wagtail chasing something. Ended up being two woolly wagtails then. The rain had completely stopped, so I can do the umbrella up for a while. Angry Jacks. It's Ernest Street, which is part of the highway, Bruce Highway. Coles, Seapoy Corner. Yep, the mystery of the rice. If you watch some of my other videos, people are putting a lot of rice here for the birds. Don't know who's doing it, but they used to put it all over the footpath too. Made it horrible. They probably still do at times. And they'd have a trolley with empty bags just dumped there. Because the council took away the rubbish bins that were near there a couple of years ago, sadly. Two Kmart trolleys. I wonder how many people use this Australia Post box here. I'd be surprised if no one uses it. Been here since Dom's Punch Food era. He probably sold stamps. I don't know. Whew. Yeah, the 100% humidity I can certainly feel. Easily can in this sort of weather. Sit across the road so I don't have to put the umbrella up for a while. Oh, there's something going on in the old Campbell real estate. Morning. Don't know if it can be seen on video, but there's definitely something going on in there.
Hey.
Alright, we'll turn off the camera and we'll be back if we see anything along the way that's interesting, an update, and we'll be back when I get down to Cutter Court. Looks like the Pilates studio's open. Not coming soon. On there. It's definitely a Pilates studio, it's got it written on the signage. Brumbies is back open, if you're wondering. New staff, new owners. Oh, I don't know if it's new staff, but new owners. Alrighty, there's some stuff going on in there too where the OK Plus used to be. They've been working on that for a fair while now. We focus on books, Lagana Pharmacy, those sort of places were back in the day in that location. Just here if you're wondering for context, across from Innisfail Food Emporium, next to the old Burn Travel. Anyway, this is more of a rain flood video, so try and keep it to that, but if we can't, we can't. If I see interesting things, then I'm going to show it. We need to cut a court that we're going over Rankin Street. There's the Shire Hall, the Catholic Church and all that is up there. Looks like Perry's has got some delivery. Various cakes and people outside it, but with stuff. And then there's no one there. Funny how the post office doesn't have the... Oh, it's got the opening hours at a different spot now. 9 AM to 5:30 PM. That's what it said. Yeah, it's hard to read it from that distance. Anyway, let's get over in the middle because it's slippery but not as slippery. So I'm walking a bit slower because it's slippery. Yeah, the winding seat, or whatever you want to call it, more like a snake, that's been taken away. You can see where the blue metal one that is. It outlines where it was. Yeah, they didn't look after that. The council never really maintained that. So it just rotted away, the timber. Sadly, it's Albert's. Whatever 4KZ is, 4KZ Cool FM. Oh, yeah. Well, the water's up high from what I can see at the moment. So, at least we'll be able to show something. We've got to go down and just show the river the way it is. I haven't walked down here for nothing. There's just showing whether there's flooding, whether there's not down here. Helps people out, and it shows a few years later. Pothole, sort of concreted in. Well, it's not flooded like it was when I was down here last time. There's the cane cutter monument. The water's flowing pretty fast, as expected. I guess nowhere near flooding, nowhere near going over the edge. And that. I think it must have at some stage, like more than what I showed the other day. There's tree branches and that down. It probably did during the night sometime. One of the nights when it was pretty full on. May have broken the banks and come across further, like it often does. Like it'll come up to that bin there, the bin enclosure, where the light in the bin is next to it, just here. Yeah, I've seen it come up to there many times. Anyway, we'll mosey on down here. There's the fish and chip bands set up there, which is understandable. There's the Bureau of Meteorology rain gauge. Oh, sort of a marker, not really full on. Oh. Get a couple of photos. Thought I made it. Where I was showing the other day, I put my photos of it on Sky News Weather. Oh, there's boats for sale. David Liotta and Kev Barker, or Baker. I think it's Baker. So this, well, I didn't see this actually flooded, but this was up high down here on this side. This part. Yeah, it's a lot easier to take video when there's no rain, so you can put the umbrella down for a sec. See all the debris that gets stuck around the boats and that. Doesn't look like the river's flowing as fast as before either. Gonna have plenty of photos for history to look back on. Okay, continue along. You always got to be careful. Don't walk through floodwaters. Don't be that person who walks through floodwaters or drives through it. Have some common sense. I mean, learn from others' mistakes. A lot of people don't learn from it and they get their vehicles ruined. Think of other people's lives as well, and when you're going through all this water and stuff, you're gonna, like go up into shops and people's houses and all that, the water, and you get the waves from it. Yeah, there's a lot of mess here. Some more of the debris. Yeah, for sale, David Liotta, Kev Baker. I think in this sort of weather all the street lights should be on. Safety. But like the government and all the agencies say, if it's flooded, forget it. Like I said, don't walk through it. Don't endanger your life or other people's lives. So you can walk down here where we showed the other day. So you couldn't walk through on this part on the 1st of February when I come down here. Not when I came down here. I had to go off on the grass where it was all slushy. just to be safe. This was here the other day. I don't know what it's for, but it was here. See that in the other video. It was along here anyway. That was in that exact spot, but this part here's been barricaded off. Have a quick look. Papers aren't the greatest. Oh, looks pretty wild. Let's see what's underneath it. Well, there you go. It's pretty dangerous. Don't be getting that fixed up quick smart. Hopefully by the time I next come down here, that'll be fixed up. It's probably not the easiest job to do, but I think safety wise, it should be done. When I come down here last time, this jetty wharf thing here was completely flooded. The weather, Sky News Weather, used to be called the Weather Channel. That's why you'll hear me sometimes say the Weather Channel. They used my photo of it, fully flooded. So it's pretty cool to see my photos on TV. Quite happy to see that. I could probably be able to see it now. The actual jetty. Try and get the same photo again, basically, but with it uncovered now. This is a public jetty. Alrighty, someone's going to come along while I'm doing this. Always happens. Well, car conked out. Oh, it's the people from the seafood. Oh, what's the clown doing? No warning, no nothing. Just backs back dangerously. But anyway, that's life. That's how people are. A lot of people have no consideration for the pedestrians. Some people do, some people don't. Good morning. This whole area needs to be done up. A lot of bricks off in a lot of places. Bricks on the other side of that are off. Down here and there's a lot of places. Very dangerous. So they did it and put a lot of drainage in down here. I mean, it's nice. It looks cool, all flooded and everything like that, but safety-wise, Sandalye, Sandale, Sandalye. Yeah, the people up here have got the perfect location to actually have a good look at this. Because, yeah, best place to get flood time lapses and all these different things. Videos. Preferably in 1080p or 4K. Yeah, perfect location up there for that sort of stuff. See it rising and falling and all that would be amazing from there. Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't, oh, there's a toad. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend walking along here unless you have decent shoes in this weather. I got my rain boots on. Fairly prepared. We'll go down to the wharf. The Fisherman's Wharf, I think they got, yeah, Fisherman's Wharf. And then we'll finish the video. No point in going over Coronation and checking over there. If it hasn't broken the banks here, it shouldn't have over there. I can mosey on home. Get some rest and keep an eye out and see what happens. So bear with me, I can't rush in and out regularly. It's not the old days anymore. But anyway. So this is the Fitzgerald Esplanade in Innisfail, Queensland, Australia, for those wondering. The banks of the South Johnstone River. Toilet block. Over there, that sort of creamy coloured building with a couple of lights on it. That's where we were earlier. These are the fish and chip vans right here. Pardon me. There was flooding the other day, just here. No, you couldn't walk through here. I won't go right over there because there could be stuff on there that'll make me sick. In the Jasper flooding I got sick. Didn't walk through the floodwaters, but you know, close to it. Does smell here, like full on. Yeah, there's water over the road here, over the pathway. It's not going to go anywhere near. That's why I didn't get out in the Jasper flooding and get the stuff after the king tide. Just couldn't do it. Yeah, it certainly smells. Alright, let's get up these stairs, we can walk across and have a look. I was flowing pretty fast down this side, this part. It'd be good if they had a flood cam here, so you could watch it go up and down on the website, on the government website. Yeah, put one up here. One showing this way, wide angle, showing the boat ramp and the commercial wharf, and one facing down the other way, towards where I just came from. Anyway, I'll leave it at that for now. If I see anything interesting, I'll stop and get video of it, but thanks for watching. This is Bestestimes, keeping memories alive for us, future generations to see. Have a look at the links in the description. Yeah, definitely check out old new Innisfail photos on Facebook, and as in the one that looks like a figure 8, that sort of end. Old and new photos on Facebook. Yeah, as always, stay safe, stay cool, stay dry.
Total 3 kilometers.
And we'll catch you in the next one. Stay tuned for the photos.